All right, welcome back everyone to another English Literature Master's Series Explainer. Today, we are really channeling that brilliant analytical energy of Dr. Parshwanath as we tackle part 11 of our series, zeroing in on questions 121 through 130. But listen closely, aspirants. If you're just here to blindly memorize a list of multiple choice answers, well, you're in the wrong place. Today, we're putting our focus entirely on deep conceptual understanding. We really want to get to the why behind the literature, because truly understanding the concepts that shape these works is what's going to give you that massive edge in your UGC NET, KSET, or assistant professor exams.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting theater and social critique, moving into dystopia, duality and identity, then covering tradition and literary form, taking a quick pause for a really crucial exam pro tip, and wrapping it all up with a super memory revision quiz.
Starting right off with Section 1, Theater and Social Critique.
Let's kick things off with our first conceptual block. We're going to explore how iconic playwrights like George Bernard Shaw and J.M. Synge literally transformed the stage, using their characters to challenge and tear down the societal norms of their day. So, question 121. Which Bernard Shaw play deals with phonetics and pronunciation? Is it A, The Philanderer, B, Pygmalion, C, Major Barbara, or D, Captain Brassbound's Conversion? Now, you know in competitive exams, elimination is absolutely your best friend. We already know The Philanderer deals mostly with relationships, and Captain Brassbound's Conversion is all about adventure and justice. So we're basically down to two options.
That leaves us with Pygmalion and Major Barbara. Now, Major Barbara is Shaw's big critique of morality and capitalism. Therefore, by elimination, the correct answer is B, Pygmalion. This is Shaw's absolute masterpiece on language and social class. It's the one where the phonetics expert Professor Henry Higgins tries to completely transform a working-class flower girl, Eliza Doolittle, simply by teaching her upper-class pronunciation. Shaw is brilliantly pointing out that society constantly judges people by their accent rather than their actual intelligence or character. And honestly, a super easy way to lock this into your brain for exam day is just remembering this simple trick. P equals Pygmalion equals phonetics.
Staying with Shaw's biting social critiques for a second, let's jump ahead to question 124. Which Shaw play ridicules romantic ideas about soldiers? You see, Shaw absolutely despised the glorification of war. He hated false heroism. So he wrote a very specific play to completely attack and dismantle those romanticized tropes of military glory.
The answer, of course, is Arms and the Man. And to understand why, you just need to meet Captain Blunchley. He's basically the ultimate anti-hero. He is practical, he is intelligent, and he is highly, highly realistic. In fact, he famously goes into battle carrying chocolates instead of bullets just to survive starvation. And that earns him the iconic nickname, the Chocolate Cream Soldier. By giving us a soldier who'd rather have a snack than ammunition, Shaw completely subverts all of our romantic, grandiose expectations of warfare.
Wrapping up our theater section with question 125, we look at the great Irish playwright J.M. Synge. The question asks where all of his plays were staged, and the answer is the legendary Abbey Theatre. You absolutely have to link Synge directly with the Abbey Theatre in your mind. Founded in Dublin, it became known as Ireland's National Theatre. And if you really want to score extra points on related questions, definitely remember its three key founding figures: W.B. Yeats, Lady Gregory, and J.M. Synge himself.
All right, let's move on and see how this builds. Section 2, Dystopia, Duality, and Identity.
We are leaving the social critique of the stage and venturing into the much darker, more fluid aspects of human psychology and futuristic societies. Question 123 asks about the author of a deeply psychological work, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The answer is R.L. Stevenson, who published it back in 1886. But I want you to notice the stark divide between these two personas. Stevenson's novel isn't just some scary Gothic story, it's a profound exploration of a dual personality. Dr. Jekyll represents the strict, repressed, quote-unquote, good of Victorian morality. But the potion unleashes Mr. Hyde, who represents the totally uninhibited evil of dark human psychology. It's literally the ultimate clash of good versus evil, all contained within a single human body.
Next up is question 126, which is a classic intertextuality question. Aldous Huxley's famous dystopian novel is titled Brave New World. But where exactly did he borrow that specific phrase from? Take a second and see if you can recall the origins of this incredibly iconic title.
Yep, he borrowed it from none other than William Shakespeare. Specifically, it's from The Tempest, spoken by the character Miranda. She says, "Oh, brave new world that has such people in it." But here is the critical concept you need to grasp. Huxley borrows Miranda's genuine, awe-filled words and applies them to a story with intense, dark irony. Miranda is looking at a world of pure wonder. Huxley uses the exact same words to describe a chilling, heavily controlled, sterile dystopia.
Now, what's really interesting about question 127 is how it pushes boundaries. It asks for the Virginia Woolf novel where the protagonist changes sex. The answer is Orlando. And guys, this is a truly groundbreaking piece of literature. The protagonist actually starts the novel as a man and then, completely mysteriously, transforms into a woman. It is widely considered one of the earliest gender-fluid narratives in all of English literature, and it brilliantly explores not just gender, but the fluidity of identity, of time, and of history itself.
Moving right along to Section 3, Tradition and Literary Form.
We are making fantastic time today. Let's shift gears into our third conceptual block. Here, we're going to look at structural trilogies, some rare dramatic forms, and foundational literary criticism. Let's tackle question 122. It asks us to identify the third novel in Benjamin Disraeli's Young England trilogy. The first two are Coningsby and Sybil. The correct answer to round out the set is Tancred. Disraeli wasn't just a novelist, you know. He was a major politician, and this trilogy is vital because it deeply discusses politics, the aristocracy, and the future of England itself. Just memorize that sequence: Coningsby, Sybil, Tancred.
Okay, moving to question 128. This one is a fantastic piece of literary trivia, but with really profound implications. James Joyce is universally famous for his incredibly dense, complex novels. We're talking Ulysses, A Portrait of the Artist, Finnegan's Wake. But did you know he only wrote one full-length play in his entire career? Just one. And that play is Exiles. It's a really fascinating departure from his usual form, and it dives super deep into themes of marriage, jealousy, love, and personal freedom.
All right, our final content question for today is question 130. Who wrote that the present modifies the past in the context of literary tradition? I really need you to pay close attention to this one, aspirants, because this specific concept is highly frequent in UGC NET, SET, and PhD entrance exams.
The brilliant mind behind that quote is T.S. Eliot, writing in his landmark essay, Tradition and the Individual Talent. And Eliot is arguing something completely revolutionary here. He says tradition isn't just some static history or blind imitation of dead guys. It is a dynamic, living relationship. When a new, great work of art is created in the present day, it actually forces us to reevaluate and modify our understanding of all the art from the past. The present modifies the past just as much as the past influences the present. It is very much a two-way street.
Let's pivot for a quick second to section 4, exam pro tip question 129.
Before we jump into our final review, I really want to address something practical regarding question 129 from our source material. This brings us to an absolutely crucial exam pro tip that can save you a ton of anxiety on test day. In the original paper, question 129 appeared to be an incomplete scan. And you know what? When you're taking these exams, or even just running through practice papers, this kind of thing happens. Do not panic if a printed question appears incomplete or nonsensical. Stay calm, skip it momentarily if you have to, and always cross-check those incomplete questions with authentic additions during your study time. Remember, your practical test-taking skills are just as important as your literary knowledge. All right, Section 5, Super Memory Revision Quiz.
Okay, everyone, ramp up the energy. We have covered a ton of ground today, from Shaw's phonetics all the way to Eliot's dynamic traditions. It's time for our super memory revision quiz. Get your screenshot fingers ready, because this is literally your ultimate study guide for these 10 questions. The crucial point here is how you connect the author directly to the core concept. Let's run it down rapid fire. 121. Pygmalion means phonetics. 122. Disraeli's trilogy is Coningsby, Sybil, Tancred. 123. Stevenson gave us Jekyll and dual morality. 124. Arms and the Man gave us the totally anti-romantic Chocolate Soldier. 125. J.M. Synge equals the Abbey Theatre. 126. Brave New World is dark irony pulled straight from Shakespeare's The Tempest. 127. Virginia Woolf's Orlando pioneers gender change. 120. Joyce's only play is Exiles. And 130. T.S. Eliot taught us that the present modifies the past. Boom! 10 massive concepts firmly locked in. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought, something to really ponder as you push forward with your exam prep. Think about this question for a second. Are you simply memorizing literature, or are you truly understanding the concepts that shape it? When you finally understand the why, the what becomes completely unforgettable. Let me know down in the comments how many of these you actually knew before we started today. Give yourself an honest score out of 10. Keep pushing past that basic memorization, keep exploring these deep concepts, and I'll see you right back here as your enthusiastic guide for Part 12.